everybody, and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. This is Wine Library TV. So, I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of people dissing Beaujolais. I know people watching this show right now couldn't consider Beaujolais more of a wine than, let's say, Coca-Cola. You always think of it as straight junk, $10 swill, the stuff you see in Thanksgiving that sucks, all that stuff. Well, I'm here to tell you that Beaujolais are some of the most interesting, value-driven, and complex age-worthy wines that you've never heard of. So, we're going to get to three very serious Beaujolais, and let's talk about Beaujolais. Beaujolais falls in Burgundy. I mean, people talk about Burgundy all the time, like, ooh, Burgundy. Well, Beaujolais is a Burgundy. And more importantly, it comes from a grape, Gamay, that has a lot of flexibility that a lot of people don't realize has some age-worthiness behind it, but we always diss on it. Why? Because Georges de Beaujolais Nouveau made such a big brand for itself in this country and has really been so big and so marketed, it's kind of like the Xerox of the category. It's like it became a brand within itself. So I'm really excited about these wines for a couple reasons. One, because of these prejudices right here in the USA, these wines can't command enough of a market value to be too expensive. Good for us. So anybody watching this that controls pricing for Beaujolais, please turn off the episode now. I'm really excited about these wines. I think there's some world-class wines and have some huge scores. I've had all these wines in the past under certain vintages, but not any of these vintages. And so I'm just as excited as you are. So let's get right into the festivities. This is the Chateau Thivin, the Chateau Thivin, Cote de Brouilly, 2005. And the Brouilly wines are very amazing Beaujolais. Thivin is a great producer. This is 90 points from Josh Reynolds, who's done a great job scoring Beaujolais, and it's $15 US. I'm really, really passionate about getting the word out about quality Beaujolais. And it should be pointed out that this is brought in by Kermit Lynch, who's one of the great importers of the world, and brings in such great quality value wines. And this is just another example in the past. Let's see if the 05, which was a tremendous year in most of all of France, can hold up. Again, you may be surprised, but the color is darker than you probably thought. I mean, the color tends to get much darker than people give Beaujolais credit for. Again, this is not Beaujolais or Beaujolais Village. These are the crus. These are the Cru Bourgeois. These are, not the Cru Bourgeois. These are the premier crus of Beaujolais, and so you're going to get far more serious wines out of this area. Again, 15 bones, 90 Josh Reynolds. What I love about these wines, I think you might remember if you go back to episode 200, I am a huge fan of tea. High-end tea, not this Lipton crap that we sell in the U.S. More of the loose-leaf quality, and Beaujolais tend to have this component, and this wine has a tremendous bouquet of almost like silver needle oolong tea. It's got a really beautiful mix of rose petals in here as well, very floral, and that's what I love about these wines, and some beautiful ripe strawberries mixed in. So you take rose petals, strawberries, and beautiful tea, and really it's a brunch's paradise. Where's the orange juice, the mimosas, right? Let's give this a whirl. Great complexity. Very vibrant. This wine's waking me up in this marathon of tastings. This is really exceptional. The overall ripeness of the sour cherry is exceptional. How are we doing? Good? The overall ripeness of the sour cherry is exceptional. I'm really feeling the strawberries mixed with the rose petals. I mean, this really tastes like a flower. If you haven't done it yet, go to your neighbor's house, go in his yard, pick a flower, and bite it. You don't want to bite your own, why would you do that? You've got to get what flowers taste like into your palate. The Training Your Palate episode, the classic, say it with me, 148. You've gotta. Oh, and by the way, all you new Vaniacs, I know there's like hundreds every day, check out episode 148. It's a classic. That being said, this has an enormous amount of, I gotta stop saying that being said. That's like my thing, right? We gotta break that like we broke something else. I don't even remember what it was. Meanwhile, over here, this wine is really bringing the thunder. This is a beautiful expression of Beaujolais, 15 bones, and something that would pair tremendously with lamb. Believe it or not, I think this wine can easily last for 5 to 7 years. Easily. I find this a complete QPR, quality price ratio dream. Go with me, QPRD. And let's score this wine 90 points. I think Josh nailed it. This is a beautiful wine. Pretty. Let's move on. This is the Domaine Diochon Moulin 2005 Vignes, meaning old vines, completely unfiltered, $16 US, 92 points. Stephen Tanzer. Moulin is a great area for Beaujolais. 16 bones. Again, you can't even buy Bourgogne Pinot Noir from Burgundy anymore for less than 20, 25 bucks. Meanwhile, here are these wines with critically acclaimed high scores of 92 points. Tanzer? That's like 140 for us normal humans. I mean, this is a real opportunity, and Bernard Diochon is really one of the great producers of Beaujolais of his generation, and I'm excited about this wine. Very dark again. Just beautiful. I mean, a nice, vibrant nose. Not quite as good as the first wine's bouquet, no question. Not in the same league, but nonetheless, you do get a floral explosion. I do like the graininess that this wine is bringing to the table. I get like a wheat aspect. But tight on the nose. I mean, it kind of is almost even tightening on me a little bit here. It's okay. Let's give it a whirl. These wines are extremely vibrant, is the best way I can say it. It's really like the outfits that Cher wore to the Academy Awards. They're like in your, like, blah, you know, it's really over the top. I get orange peel in this wine. You know what's really funny about this? Speaking of over the top, it kind of gives you the gratification that a Shiraz or a New World fruit bomb does with that vibrant, you know, beautiful fruit, but it doesn't go there. It's not that thick, viscous explosion. It's really much more calm. It's a little bit more light-bodied. And it becomes more polished and more true and a little more old world, given that it's from the old world. It's really one of the unique kind of wines in the world. I like this wine. It's got some nice black pepper going on for it as well. A little too much heat on this wine. I do also get the tea aspect. This time a little bit more on the cheap Lipton tea, or maybe even like the Earl Grey that, you know, is fake. It's not even that good. The finish is a little soft too. I'm going to go a little bit lower than Tanzer in this wine. I find this wine to be more of an 88-point wine. I think it's a solid bottle of wine, but given the price point, I would pass on this effort. That being said, it's a very strong bottle of wine. 88 points is more than, you know, it's way better than half those $50 Napa cabs we just tasted, so. Ugh. Let's move on. The Clos de la Roilette, Fleurie, 2005. 90 points, Josh Reynolds, $15 US, and come on, you gotta like a label with a horse on it. And this is classic old school French labeling. I mean, you know, just like all yellow with the horse on it, and the horse looks at you, and he's a happy horse, so I appreciate that. 15 bones, 90 points Reynolds. Again, we've got to stop dissing the Gamay grape. It's just unbelievable how good it can be. So far, so good. Again, great color. No issues with the color at all. Once again, I mean, these wines are consistent. This is the kind of thing that if you continue to drink wines over and over, your palate will get good. I mean, this is a tough wine not to guess that it is a Beaujolais. It's got that real ripeness that you expect on the nose, but strawberry jam that you expect. There's just an underlining sense of, what is it? Almost like a rubber bouncy ball. You remember those peach-colored, like skin-colored balls? You'd bounce all over the place. Not the small ones, that really super bouncy balls. I'm just talking about the rubber ball. That's, I don't know, it's kind of got that kind of smell going on, underlining under the strawberry. The pink ball, you know. This kills. Great lushness, huge explosion, beautiful attack on the palate. These are wines that go with lighter fare, you know, ducks and and, you know, little pigeon, little things like that. Like, little lighter fare. This is not steak and potatoes. This is definitely a more casual red wine drinking wine. I think a lot of people who like Pinot Noir can be seduced by the quality Beaujolais. And given the price points in the marketplace right now, these wines are out and out steals. This wine brings the thunder. And I'm giving Josh Reynolds a lot of credit because he scored at 90 points. I think he nailed it again. I'm actually going to go 90 plus on this wine. I really like the elegance. Again, the strawberry is seducing me. Beautiful oregano type flavoring going on in the mid palate, which is quite intriguing. I'm getting a nice dark chocolate bar with like 80% cacao on the finish. I'm really, really feeling this wine. It's beautiful and it's 15 bones. Beautiful sourness, but silky finish. I mean, I gotta stop drinking this because I'm gonna crash my car. Got a lot of wine to still taste tonight. Gorgeous. Question of the day. Be honest. Are you prejudiced towards Beaujolais? Do you have a preconceived notion that Beaujolais stinks? Yes, no, people. And don't forget, give me your 2 cents, because you, with a little bit of me, we're definitely changing the wine world.